Hello, hello, girls and boys. This is the Gaming Godmother, and happy Martin Luther King's Day. Everything goes out to you as I open up, and I have another confession. This is my third confessional, I think. First of all, before I even start, and before you say, what the heck is going on here? Last time she was in the Lost Woods. What's she doing way up here? Well, this is what happened. I actually did record my gameplay from the Lost Woods to this point, which is up in Hebra Towers. And I hate to say this, but I had recorded only my audio and not my video. And this is the first major mishap I've had, like, in this entire 10 months of playing. And this is the earliest game save that I have, unfortunately. I think what I'm going to do right now is, okay, first of all, I do want to just say Happy Martin Luther King's Day, number one. Number two, remind all women who are out there who are planning to march and the Women's Day March, please show up. Y para mis compañeras latinas, quienes están en el mundo, también quiero decirles que si pueden marchar en esos días que vamos a tener para marchar sobre los derechos de las mujeres y tratamiento de mujeres y también los hombres que los soportan, por favor, salgan de la casa y vayan a marchar por los derechos de las mujeres. In the same token, I want to say the same thing to all women around the world to get up and get out, and let's show the world that the end has come to treating women as second-class citizens. Enough is enough. Go and show up at your marches, at your local marches, and we need to show the Trump administration that we've had it. That's it. Enough. This is the end forever. And start thinking in those terms. So anyway, bad news here, for me at least, is that, yes, I did play the game from the Lost Woods, which you can see way over there in the distance. You can see the pink blossoms of the Lost Woods there in the distance. Can you see it? Right above Link's head. See that pink, right there. I want to put his head right next to it. That pink, and that is the Lost Woods. That's how far I've come. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to at least show you what I did. Unfortunately, all the action is only audio. I'm not going to subject you to all of that. But I want to see what happens if I do one thing first, though, in order to get up here again, because my real objective was to go in there and go into that labyrinth. And in order to make sure that I don't have to do the arduous task of climbing these mountains yet again, I need to take down this shrine. And so let's do that, and then I will return and show you, give you a brief tour of what I missed out on and actually was able to overcome during this recording that I did, where I lost all my video and only had the audio, unfortunately. So we're gonna jump down over here. I'm going to bypass this moblin here and his choo-choo cohort, and go down here, and let's activate this shrine, and then hopefully I can kind of stitch this together in a way that makes sense to you guys. So what I did basically is I came out of the Lost Woods and I went back down to do a reconnaissance of the Forgotten Temple. And yes, indeed, there was a front entrance to that thing, and which was not visible to me because of the time of day I had first approached it from, and the angle and the sunlight and everything really made that wall look flat to me. And then in the editing, after close inspection during the editing process, it dawned on me that yes, indeed, there is a tunnel there. So, and I did go in, and I'm not going to tell you right now what was in there, but I did go in, and I came out, made it through, and then climbed these mountains. I'm in the northeast section of Hebra Mountains here, and then right across away from that labyrinth that we've been seeing from a distance, from Mount Drani, I think that's the name of it. And so what is this now? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'll be honest with you, I went through this thing too, and actually the puzzle itself is actually relatively easy. It's the physical act of accomplishing it that's difficult. It's very much like the shrine that is at the top where the Lord of the Mountain was, where you can see what you need to do, but it's just difficult to do it because you have kofefe fingers like I do. I'm sure there's some of you out there who do not have kofefe fingers. But as you can see, there's a chest underneath that block, and when you fire up your magnesis, you can lift it clearly. But the thing is that you've got to lift it. And my first attempt was to lift it and try and grab it with the stasis, and I was unsuccessful in doing that until I looked up even higher and discovered the following. So right about here is where I kind of turned around and I said, what? And I looked up and look at this. There are these two sliding platforms back and forth. And I said, oh, okay, something to hold this thing up with. So here we go. You can do this. See if I can recreate this. You go up and you come up and you kind of do that. But you've got to do it in the time it takes those platforms to stay underneath that to switch out to the, and then do something like this. Let's see if I can do it. I'm still feeling the kofefe fingers. Okay, come on. Oh dear. Here we go. So you can grab it this way, but coordinating this thing is a real pain. And you can't reach it unless you go down a ways, and right about here is where you can reach it. So you can bring it up here from there. And my problem is like switching out. I have problems here. I kind of have to anticipate things, and even then, because I'm used to the other controls, so I don't use my rune controllers that much. And then you do this. And you do that, and then very gently you do this, open that really quick, and you get a key, which is what unlocks it, and get off of there before it drops, because it's going to drop on top of there. Boom. Like that. Now if you want to get the other thing, I didn't go so badly. You're going to have to go back up the ramp and put a little bit of altitude between you and that chest, that other chest that's over there. I suggest you get a little bit higher than this if you can. And drop down. If you can, like that, and pick that up. And you get that. And my inventory's full. Of course, as per usual. Even with the added spaces. I'll drop it and take this. And they say, never panic. When things go wrong, just keep plowing through, right? So we're going to go in here, and we're going to drop down, and we're out of this shrine. And that's that. And you get your orb. And I really do mean it for you guys. You know, if you have a sister or a mother or a wife or a child or, you know, daughter or whatever, I really do think that everybody, especially this time around, my God, get out there. Don't be afraid. People are really, really nice. Go to your downtown area, get on the internet and find out when these things are scheduled in your area, and just go. You know, just go. You'll find a lot of other men and women, you know, who are supportive of women and their general treatment, you know, and equality. And on Martin Luther King's Day right now is a good time to announce it, or this week especially. And then we have Black History Month coming up in February. This is the time when people should be thinking about the social issues of our times, and to find the courage or the energy to get out there and make your presence known, not only, you know, for yourselves, but in support of other, you know, people who have really seen the brunt end of the devastating policies, especially in our country. The way they're going, it's not good, in the treatment of women. And I mean, just the general climate here in the United States has been so horrible when it comes to this. And racism and everything. Okay, let's just get there and do it. There's no more dilly-dallying and no more hedging and hemming and hawing anymore about this issue. All right. So now what I'm going to do is see if I can somehow stitch together this thing. Okay, so let's go back to where I was. So you can see, spoilers. I hate to say it. There's a shrine here. God, this is terrible. No, you know what I'm going to do? This is where I was last time. Let's go back to the Korok Forest, and let's just go back there, just to at least give a semblance of continuity in the middle of all this. Tell the story, at least.